Yo, back at you again with another video. Today, man, it's gonna be a real quick video, nothing too crazy, but it's a very simple video. And some of you guys been roasting me in the comments or been messaging me directly about this guy right here. Yeah, so basically what happened was I had got like a Mickey Mouse tank pad grip, we'll call it, from China. I got this with those Chinese levers that I highly recommend you don't do business with. But the tank grips, they was like a big square, and I cut it to this shape just to make it look nice. So I said, you know what, forget all that, man. I'm just gonna order all the right stuff. So today is a very quick video. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove this, and I'm gonna install, it's called Gripster Tank Grips from Tech Spec, and it's specifically for this bike. So yeah, shout out to these guys so you guys can see about that one. And then this, I'm gonna get rid of today as well, because when I'm riding or when I'm turning, especially, this part hits this here and my phone, and it this here broke. It doesn't move at all. So what I'll do is I'm gonna remove this, and I'm gonna use the one that goes in the middle, and I'm gonna lean it towards the right so I can see my speedometer and my gauges. But there's the one that I'm gonna use is gonna go here. I'll show you guys the one I got, but I'll also leave a link in the description below. I got them both off of Amazon, which is cool. All right, before I get beside myself, I started taking it off. And if you look at this, man, this is some cheap material. But man, what was I thinking? I guess I just wanted a tank pad on here so bad because I've been practicing, doing a lot of practice, preparing myself because I have a novice event coming up real soon here, and I want to make sure I'm good to go. So I'm just gonna peel off this old stuff first, and then the residue, I'll clean that off. Getting interruptions after interruptions today. All right, so now let's take off the second one, or the last. Let's take off the last one. What was I thinking? Wow. Spray just a little dab on here. It's called penetrating, so let's see how much of penetration that is. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, there you go. Let's take it right on off. And another thing too, like circular motions, get rid of like glue and stuff too. It's the best way to get rid of it. I think this is interesting to read. So basically, when it comes out of the package, this is what it should look like. I'm just gonna give you the short term. This is what it should look like, but then the corners, you wanna press them in to where it's like this. You get it? So like, for instance, like this as an example, if you look at it, when I first put it onto the tank, it was the edges were sticking up, and then after riding and pressing down for a while, the corners are now like even water can't get underneath. If that makes sense, or whatever. So if you want to take a look at the instructions, let me just hold it straight for you. All right, so let's kind of go over what's in the package. So you get the wipes, you get 2 stickers, which may end up going on my toolbox here. Then you get one for the center, and then left and right side. Very easy to install and know where they go. So clearly this one will go like this onto the bike, which is clean, boy. And man, you get so much surface towards the front because my knees are like literally in this area. I'm a tall guy. So yeah, so let me wipe down the bike, and then I'll install the left side. First thing first, let's wipe her down with some rubbing out, some cleaning surface solvent. All right, so I know with one hand is gonna be real hard to do. Yeah, it's gonna be way too hard to do. I'm definitely gonna need 2 hands. All right, so I put this side on. I definitely needed 2 hands because I needed to line it up at the bottom. I was sticking it here and then it was coming off too far down here. So I needed the other hand to kind of hold it up to make it stick right. I actually think I got it on this side. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start from the back bottom and then I'm gonna stick the top and then I'm just gonna line it up with just one hand and see how that works. So you guys can see how I put it on. But if it doesn't work, I'll just stop recording and then I'll just do it with 2 hands. But what I normally do is I just peel off just a little bit. You guys know anything about vinyl? Kind of the same way. So then I just put the bottom. Oh my God. I ordered and I got on the bike. Another thing I'm gonna replace and take off is this phone holder. Like I said, when I turn the wheel, this hits here. Let me see if I can show you. All right, so let's pretend my phone is in the case, right? And if I turn the handlebars to the left, it hits. And you see, if you look, my phone is basically sitting here and it's hitting so much on the tank that I can't turn the wheel all the way. And talk about dangerous on the highway or next to a semi. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of this and I'm gonna use the one that goes in the middle. I just ordered off Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description below. First, let's take this off. I got this on so tight, man, this ain't never coming off, but. I don't know this company's product, but it's a round mount replica. At least that's what the image on Amazon showed. Let's install this guy. So I think the first piece I'm gonna need is this one here. And this goes on the bike, but I need to pop off that top cap. So let's pop that off real quick. I'm just gonna use some needle nose pliers, stick it underneath this lip, and just pop up. Wait a minute. And it's gonna go into that hole. Which is, if you have the right front stand, the stand actually goes on the bottom of this, at the bottom of the fork head, if that's what it's called. All right, so before I start, I just want to make sure you guys can see that this is a T3 or T30. I think it's a T3. Nevertheless, that's the one socket that fits the top part of this. But before I put it on the actual bike, if I just put it on like it is right now, it'll just slide off. So now that I got this part on, it's on there pretty tight. All right, guys, so I pretty much got this on tight now. I had to use some rubber because the rubber will grab against the inside of that cylinder, and I made this extremely tight. Boy, it's gonna be hard to take it back off if I have to, but do what I gotta do. All right, so that little flange thing that normally these kits come with, I don't like using it. It's too big and it looks like it's easy to take off. So I'm gonna just use a regular nut with a flared washer on there. And I'm gonna put this on like this. Obviously it's gonna go to the right because my right hand is what I use when I'm at a stoplight to check for text messages and all that sort of thing. So I'm gonna leave it like this. Oh, wait a minute, maybe I should put it like this. That way it's harder to get to. I should leave it like this because it's harder to get to and this part is hidden. I don't like when it shows. I'm worried that if I turn, it'll scrape. Yeah, it'll scrape. So it has to stay like this. Just leave it like this. Leave it like this. That way I can turn the wheel all the way and there's no, I really rather get a shorter bolt. I don't like the fact that I was unable to record this part, but it's very, y'all remember I put this on. This part and this part, you actually need 2 hands because these two close down on this ball joint and the ball joint on the other side. But for all of that to stay together and lock this nut down is very difficult to do with one hand. So I had to use 2 hands. But whatever, I put this on. To me, this bolt is too long. So the next time you see this video, I may not have this bolt. I'm gonna see if I can get a Allen head. No, this will stay the same. I'll just get a shorter version of this nut to where it ends on this first here, and it'll look a lot cleaner that way. But for right now, it's gonna do its job. It'll hold the phone in place. That's all I really care for. And it's nice and tight. I don't know if you can see the bike shake, but it's so tight that it shakes the whole bike. YouTube, I got a question, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. You guys can tell me on here. But I practice. When I say practice, I mean I practice cornering a lot. And when I had the Ninja 400, I came across the same issue. So if you look at the front tire, for some reason, I cannot get the front tire all the way to the edge. I can get it here. Ooh, the tires are hot. I can get it to here. I can get it here, as you guys can see. If I get closer, you guys can see. I always ride on the edges when I corner. But I cannot, for some reason, get it all the way to the edge. And it's the same thing on the Ninja 400. So if I show you the back tire, I get it all the way to the edge to where there is nothing left. And I just ride the edge of the tire on both sides. So guys, tell me if I'm doing something wrong. I do counter steer, I do trail brake, but I don't understand how I'm not able to get the front tire to the very edge. So please comment below, let me know what I'm doing wrong, so I can practice getting the front of the bike angled more over as I do the rear. Really quick update on parts that I changed out that was on the bike before that was not really doing its job, like the tank pad. It was just really Mickey Mouse. This one is a lot better, a lot bigger also. And then the foam mount, like I showed you, when I turn to the left, it hits here. This one I can turn all the way and it will never hit any part of the bike, which is what I was really looking for. So yeah, so I want to thank you guys for watching, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day.